Wreck and upgrade.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the DNA Design DK-22 Gear Master Accessory Series for the Studio Series Wreckers. So here we are. And there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front here. We have Steel Jaw's lovely noggin. Look at that face. Look at that face. DK-22, blah, 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 blah. Up top, DK-22. On the side, DK-22. On the other side, DK-22. On the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box, you have a rundown of everything that is in the box. Your obligatory product shots, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have the upgrades for the Studio Series Wreckers. And here is everything that you get with the kits, various bits and pieces and odds and ends and bits and bobs. But we will go through each one individually. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Now, first up, we'll start with the Buster of Roads here, Mr. Roadbuster. And what you get for him is his chainsaw weapon, just a little bit of silver there on the teeth. You get some new extra little guns here, which again just have a little bit of silver on them. Some nice detailing though. And you also get a pair of little gap fillers for the forearms. And we'll just show off how all of this works. Now, as far as the chainsaw goes, that just plugs right into his forearm like so. If you want to, you can plug the guns into his forearms as well. It's only a thing you can do if you want to do it, but we're going to go with the chainsaw right there. As far as these go, these will go into his forearms to fill in these gaps. And sometimes these cooperate, and sometimes they don't. This gun on his forearm always likes to fall off. I don't think there's a left and a right. I don't think. But sometimes they do want to fight you a little bit just to get them plugged in. There we go. Boom. There we go. There we go. You can say just filling that gap in there. Nothing all that spectacular, but hey, it does the job. Gotta give them a little push, and they should pop right in. There you go. His forearms are now filled. Hooray for filled forearms. So you can do that if you want to. Now, as far as these guns go, you can take them and use this tab right here, and it will go into the slot right here in his hip. So if you line that up, again, this can be a little tricky because you have angles to work with here, but there you go. You can just plug that in on that side. And plug this in on this side, and voila, he's got some extra guns. He has his chainsaw, his forearms are now gapless. So hey, things you can do if you want to do it. But yeah, there he is with his upgrades. Not anything super spectacular, doesn't make a huge difference, but hey, things and stuff if you want some extra things and stuff. And again, the color matching is quite good, so it blends in seamlessly with the figure. So all in all, hey, it does the job. Now, as far as transformation goes, nothing's really changing transformation-wise. As far as storage for the chainsaw, that's one thing you have to do beforehand. So what you're going to do is you're going to use this tab, and that's going to go into the slot here in his hip. This part of it right here, the bottom part of that slot, you're going to just plug this in like so, and that's going to be your vehicle mode storage. Other than that, he's going to transform the exact same way, so I'm going to do that real quick. Boom! Okay, so we got him in alt mode. One more thing also you have to do is you have to remove the forearm pieces for transformation, otherwise the hands won't flip in, so you have to remove those. So what we're doing with these leftover pieces, we got these forearm pieces and the guns. So the guns are just going to tab in right here to these side pieces. You have that notch right there. You're going to use this tab, and that just plugs in on either side and just gives him a little bit more armament. But hey, they're the Wreckers, so the more the better, right? Even though they're kind of pointing down, but yeah, no, hey, things you can do if you want to do it. And you can see the chainsaw is just stored right there in between his legs. And these pieces right here, they are going to get plugged into the bottoms of his, oops, that fell off. They're going to get plugged into the bottoms of his feet. So you just kind of get them lined up. Again, this can be a little bit of a pain in the butt. I think these forearm pieces are a little bit more trouble than they're worth, personally. But you can store them, of course. I have a much easier time doing this when the camera's off, but of course, because the camera's on, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. There we go. There's one. Get the other one in here. There we go. Boom. Boom. So there you go. They just go stored under there like that. Get this plugged back in. And there you go. There you have Roadbuster with all of his new goodies in his alt mode. So that's how all that works. So moving on to the next. And now moving on to Mr. Topspin. So what you get with him are a pair of new feet. Put some blue in there, a little bit of yellow as well. So you get a new pair of feet. If you didn't like these rubber guns, you get a new pair of guns. You also get a new pair of articulated claws. And you also get this little brace piece for the guns on his back. So, how all this works is pretty straightforward. As far as the claws go, you just take off these rubber ones and put on the new ones. They just plug right in. Plug it in, and now he has nice articulated claws. So, with that, put that in, and voila, now he has new claws. These rubber guns, you can get rid of the rubber guns. We don't need them anymore. And we can give him these new guns right here. And of course, if you want to, you can plug these on the shoulder pieces as well. The shoulder pads, you can totally do what you want there. But I have him holding them just because. So he can pew pew bang bang. Hold it, Topspin. So he can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang, and all of that good stuff there. Now, this piece here, it's kind of like a brace for these back guns. So you just slide this in, and this will end up just sitting right in that little notch right here on his back, and then you just kind of clip the barrels right in there, and I guess that's just to keep everything straight and keep it from warping out of shape. So that just keeps it nice and secure. So that's how that works out. So hey, I'm all for some extra stability. And speaking of which, we get some nice new feet here. So to do this, helps if you take this wheel and swing it out. Just untab his heel here from this section. So basically, you just kind of grab his foot, just kind of pull it down, pop it off, and then you can see there's a little notch in here, little entry point, and you just kind of line this up and push it up like that. And you can swing this back over. Second verse, just like the first, just kind of take this, just kind of pop it out. Make sure the heel is not tabbed in. But just kind of pop the foot off like that. And plug this in, plug it in, plug it in. That should pop right in, like so. Swing that wheel back around. And there you go. And this just gives him, you know, some nicer new feet, and also gives him a little extra height, which is nice. So, oops, hey, you stand. You stand! Oh, and of course you want to tab that little tab here that goes into that back piece, just like the original one did. So just get that lined up there. That will help with your stability. There we go. The legs on mine are a little loose anyway, so there we go. You can see how that works out. Gives him a little extra height. And there he is with all of his new goodies on him. And again, nothing too drastic here, not too drastic of a change, just some little things here and there. The most drastic change really are just the new feet, but hey. Improvements, no matter how small, is still an improvement. So there he is with all of his new goodies on him. So now, when you're wanting to transform him back into car mode, there is one kind of extra step you're going to have to do here. So you're going to swing this wheel out just like you did before. So what's going to happen here is the toe is going to come up, and you want to swing this a little bit down like that, and then the heel can come up, and all of that should sit right there like that. So that's how all of that is going to end up looking when you're going back into vehicle mode. Other than that, you're doing everything the exact same way. So I'm going to transform him up real quick. Be right back. Okay, so we got him back in alt mode. So now, what are you going to do with the claws and new guns? Well, the guns go where the old guns did. Right here, oops, no. Go like that. There we go. That goes on that side. That goes on that side. So there he is with those new guns. As far as the claws go, the claws will just sit right underneath, right here. And there you go. You can close those up if you want to. And there you go. There you have Topspin with all of his new goodies here in his alt mode. And again, not too drastic of a difference, but hey, improvements are improvements regardless of how small. So there you go, on to the next. And last but certainly not least, we have Leadfoot. Now what you get for him is you get a pair of gap fillers here for his legs, and some other gap fillers here for his thighs. We get this new little backpack here with some more guns, because yes, more guns. Sure, more guns. Why not more guns? And you get a leash here for Steeljaw with a metal chain and everything. So hey, things and stuff you can do. So as far as these bits and pieces go, all you're going to do here is just line these up, and these will just friction right in. If you get lined up properly, there we go. And you can see this is one instance where the color matching isn't the best. You can see the red paint a little different than the red plastic, but that tends to usually be the case. And as always, pieces are just falling off of him. These little missiles never stayed on him that well anyway, but just plug those in, and then you have the thigh filler piece, which just slides right in there like that, and there you go. There you have his legs all nice and filled in. Same thing the other side, just line everything up, and it will just slide right in like so. Like also, I know this is not the most flattering angle, but you know, we gotta do it. We gotta do it. There you go. That just pops right in. There you go. You got those gaps filled. He looks a little bit more complete now. And now as far as the backpack goes, this will just plug in right back here. Like that. And that just hangs out right there. And that's all you're doing with that. And the last thing is the leash here for Steeljaw. And this will come up and over, and they're little nubs. You can see it, little nubs on either side. They're going to go into these little divots right here. Right here, there's little divots right here on his shoulders. So just line that up and just kind of pop those in. Like that. Oh, no, I have it backwards. There's a specific way it's supposed to go on. They're angled. So make sure you have it popped in the right way. There we go. Just like that. And you can see how that sits right there. If the camera will focus, there you go. You can see how that works out. Now you can just take this, plug it into his hand, and now he can take Steeljaw for a walk. Isn't that precious? That is just precious. So yeah, there is Leadfoot with all of his new bits and pieces on him. Again, nothing super drastic happening here. I do like the leash, though. I appreciate the leash. It's a long leash, too. But I appreciate the leash, I think, more than anything out of this kit. But hey, still pretty cool nonetheless. Now, as far as transforming Leadfoot, nothing changes for him transformation-wise with all this new stuff on him. So I'm just going to get him transformed up real quick. Booyah! Okay, so there we have Leadfoot in his alt mode. And one thing I didn't realize was how loose these little guns are. They just do not stay in where they're supposed to. They just fall right out. I'm gonna have to tighten those back up. I've had them on his forearms this whole time, so maybe they just got stretched out, but that's unfortunate. But anyway, you can see all the new bits up top. Again, nothing drastic happening as far as the transformation goes, as far as overall look goes. Just that little roof rack deal going on. Now what you do here is you want to remove this central gun. You can see there are two ports. You now want to move this gun to the forward position here, and then take this gun that is usually on his shoulder, and that will get plugged back there. So that's how that works out. Again, nothing all that drastic. This would look a lot better if these little guns would actually stay in, but they don't want to stay in. They don't want to stay. They just don't want to. They don't want to stay in their home. They just don't. That one kind of. This one, nope. This one's not happening. Can we? Nope, no. Okay, well, whatever. So there we go. But there is Leadfoot with all of his bits and pieces on him. You know, Steeljaw, you can't do much with this. I don't know. You could maybe, I don't know, put it in the window there. You can still take the dog for a walk. I don't know. Hey, whatever you want to do, as always, it's yours. Display it however you wish. So there you go. So there you have the upgrade for the Studio Series records, and yeah, this is a pretty mild upgrade. I mean, there's nothing really drastic going on here. It's just kind of polishing them up a little bit. So, you know, all in all, though, still a nicely done kit. The color matching is good. The red paint for the Leadfoot parts are, you know, a little off, but for the most part, everything integrates very seamlessly. Still a solid kit for what it is. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of DNA Design's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below, so you can check that out. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the DNA Design DK-22 Gear Master Accessory Series for the Studio Series Wreckers. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.